Hey there, wrestling fans. Brian Blitz here, and welcome to another exciting edition of Superstars of the Ring here at CCWrestling.biz. Now, on last week's show, I made mention of the fact that on October the 21st, we're going to have a big event in Lake City, Florida that's, of course, headlined by a three-way dance for the CCW Championship, contested, of course, by the Outlaw Jamie McKinnon, the Jesus Freak Logan Stevens, and Coquino Palomalu. So, in keeping with the tradition of three-way dances,
I'm going to talk trash on my show and then not give Frankie a chance to defend himself. Isn't that right, Brian Blitz?
All right. Go ahead, Chief. Defend yourself.
Yeah, defend myself. Hey, man, you know why those shows suck? Because my guests sucked. All my guests were garbage, okay? Why can't I get a real wrestler on my show? Huh? Brian Blitz here is more of a real wrestler than the people I had on my show.
6 people. I've had 6 co-hosts on this show. And right now, you're standing at number 7. I'm still here. So if you're so great, I'll tell you what.
Co-host. I'm the co-host. I quit a long time ago, bud. I walk in and out of here all I want. I'm not the co-host, okay? No one owns Frankie Morris. Okay, except for CCW. That's, guys, please don't.
Yeah, don't forget your contract and whose name's on it. I'll tell you what. Seeing as how, you're high and mighty and you
yes,
have...
that's true. That's true.
Why don't you go ahead and introduce this week's match? Let's see what you got, Chief. I'm not snug. I'll let you have the floor.
All right, here. Move.
Sure. Yeah, it's all you.
This week's Superstars of the Ring is featuring a triple threat match between Christian Evans, Skylark, and Ethan Marks. It's pretty good, right?
Have you even met Ethan Marks before?
Nope, don't know who he is.
Gotta admit, it wasn't too bad. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's go ahead and go to the action.
Mike Harney, how are you doing tonight?
Well, we're doing good, Blitz. Look at there, I see the returning Ethan Marks, quick on the attack.
He did not waste any time. He's showing a bit of an aggression there, and the referee still hasn't quite called for the bell yet, but this is an alternative match. It is a non-title match, but the rules are real simple. They are non-traditional. Right, that's it. There's no one-on-one, no two-on-one. Well, it could be two-on-one, but it's not a traditional one-on-one or tag team match.
And it's basically, other than a DQ match, it's basically wrestling anything that...
Well, I got to be perfectly honest. Why does that phrase sound familiar to me? I got to tell you, even non-DQ matches can fall under the umbrella of the Alternative Championship. It all depends on, how the match goes, who's into it, what, of course, the champion will agree to do and not do. However, if you're the Alternative Champion, pretty much going to be pulling out all the stops.
Right, and forgive me for kind of misstating. I was actually meaning this match, and I got a little ahead of myself.
That's all right.
Due to the excitement.
It's an explosive match, and it can definitely send your head into a little bit of a haywire. Skylark with a high flying move right there, taking down both Ethan Marks and Christian Evans. Skylark doing what he does best. He is a quick high flyer. He's very unpredictable.
Christian Evans out to the floor. Skylark on the attack for Ethan Marks.
Ethan Marks, of course, like you mentioned earlier, returning here to CCW after a lengthy absence. I think he's starting to find a new vehicle there. He's looking like... No, he's looking like he's a little flat, but with that being said, he certainly wants to compete in this alternative division because it's unconventional.
Right.
And Ethan Marks is certainly no stranger to unconventionality, so he has a shot. If he wins this match, he could very well boost his probabilities up of becoming the #1 contender for the alternative title.
That is correct, and of course, that's where you want to be. Always in the driver's seat. If you can't be the champion, you want to be in the driver's seat right there, going after the champion.
Well, like a legendary driver once said, if you're not first, you're last. So, Ethan Marks certainly controlling the match now, delivering a series of blows to Skylark. Christian Evans appears to be making a bit of a recovery there. He's crawling himself back up onto the ring apron.
Double arm suplex there by Ethan Marks into a pin attempt on Skylark.
Skylark still staying in the match, and Christian Evans is back in too. A couple of shots to the back of Ethan Marks, then tosses him right back out. That took a lot of dexterity for that young man, because Ethan Marks is not a little guy. No, Christian Evans is very athletic. He's very young. He's got an incredible amount of stamina. He's in there with someone who I think could very well be considered his equal. You got two high flyers, two very fast-paced individuals. And Christian Evans is certainly showing why he is fast-paced and a high flyer. Nice leg clothesline delivered by the young man.
Yes, it was. Very nice.
Skylark kicking out at 2.
Here comes Ethan Marks climbing back in right there behind the referee, as you can see. Suplex by Christian Evans. Roll over.
Of course, Ethan Max I'm sorry. Did I say Ethan Max?
You said Ethan Marks.
Did I say Ethan Marks?
At least from
I don't know, I get excited and sometimes I slur a little bit. My apologies. But Ethan Marks coming back in. He's bringing a different dimension to this match. He's not a high flyer. He's more of an impact, but he's a technician.
Right.
And he's the one person in this match that's definitely going to slow the pace down to where he wants it. And you can tell that by that really nice arm drag. Or, I'm sorry, that was a hip toss by Ethan Marks. That is an arm drag.
There you go. He figured he'd go ahead and assist you with showing you what one was there, boy.
Well, I made a B+ in wrestling vocabulary. We can't all be perfect.
Did better than me, man.
Skylark is positioning himself right there on the corner. I think he might actually have Ethan Marks where he wants him. Nice drop kick by the champion. Ethan Marks appears to be taking another little bit of a breather there. I think he might have gotten caught in the throat.
Right in the head.
Skylark with two very beautiful drop kicks. He's a high flyer, and he can pull out all the stops at a moment's notice. I want to make another mention of something. Skylark hasn't lost. If you've been following this track, he has not lost. He's not been pinned in CCW in nearly 4 years. And he is the reigning alternative champion. He is a high flyer, a high impact player at such a small size, and he manages to control the matches. He manages to win matches. And something's got to be said for that track record.
Yes. Did you see a little bit of unconventionality there? A sort of tag team move in an unconventional way, as you said. This is not conventional wrestling.
It's not. It is the alternative division, and you'll never know what's going to happen next.
Christian Evans out here trying to join us on commentary. And that would be the first, I would think, for the alternative match for one of them to come and commentate with us as they're doing. But
well, I'm pretty sure right now he's not a man of many words. However, Ethan Marks now controlling Skylark in the corner. Referee, of course, giving the count. Irish whip now into the reverse corner. Thunderous clothesline by Ethan Marks. Like I said, he slows the matches down. He slows them down to where he's in control. And that's what you have to do with these fast-paced high flyers.
yes,
If they start hitting you from all angles, then they're going to play their game, and you can't allow that to happen. Ethan Marks knows this.
he's making an impact on them as they're in the ring, and he's just bringing his own game plan into this division.
I don't know if I'd use... What do we got here? A super beautifully placed superplex by Ethan Marks. It seems to may have taken a little bit out of him too, but now we're going for a cover.
He only had enough in him to get the one arm draped across him, Blitz.
Listen,
if he'd have got it, I'd have been surprised.
Skylark was nearly grounded right there, but he definitely did. He still had the win in him. And you can tell this crowd is really getting behind their heroes. Skylark is definitely the fan favorite match. Now Ethan Marks setting up. Oh my God.
What was that?
He twisted his neck. I'm not sure what Ethan Marks caused that, but it seems to... And a beautiful missile drop kick from Christian Evans. Where did he come from? And he seems to have Skylark in the match where he wants him. Bouncing in Seguri. And now he's going for a pinfall attempt in the middle of the ring. Oh my Lord!
He gets the win!
Christian Evans has just defeated Skylark. Christian Evans did, and I made mention of this earlier in the match, Christian Evans just did what no man has done in, I think, probably 4 years. No man has pinned Skylark.
What do we have going on here? Is this...
We might have the dawning of another superstar. Christian Evans certainly...
Is this the dawning of the Evans age?
I don't know, but he definitely did what he needed to do in that match. He definitely played the alternative game, and he won.
I'm sorry about that. I gotta admit, it was a pretty impressive way of introducing a match. But, once again, I have the entire show, and I'm closing the match. And, of course, congratulations once again to Christian Evans after a phenomenal victory. Many years ago, of course, that it was. Christian Evans has proved that being a student of the CCW Training Center, it is absolutely second to none. On that note, I mentioned before, earlier in the show, and of course last week, someone else that's going to be, that's come from our CCW Training Center, and that is Kikino Palomalu. Now, what I mentioned about him is he's going to be in a big three-way dance for the CCW Championship against Logan Stevens and the CCW Champion, the Outlaw Jamie McKinnon, coming up on October the 21st in Lake City, Florida. And he had a few words about this match, and of course, you know, he's definitely very energetic, so let's go ahead and hear what Kikino has to say.
This Saturday in Lake City, Kikino Palomalu finally has another shot at the CCW World Heavyweight Championship. And it's not just me and Jamie McKinnon this time. It's me, Jamie, and Logan Stevens. Logan, we've been friends, but when I step through those ropes and I get into that ring, I'm going to do whatever it takes to win that championship. Aloha.
Well, there you have it. We certainly wish Kikino, you know, very big luck and success, you know, if not this Saturday night in Lake City, Florida, but, you know, in his future here in CCW, because he definitely has a bright future. And on that note, folks, Lake City, this Saturday night, 7:30 bell time. Don't forget to be there. And for the rest of the CCW family, my name is Brian Blitz, and until next time, I will see you at ringside.